Let's do day 11, guys. Day 11. We're going to do poverty and inequality today. So, quick connect to previous days. Day 1. Demand needs purchasing power. Poor have none. Day 5 is GDP grows but doesn't measure inequality. GDP grows but doesn't measure inequality. Day 8 was 400 million people lifted from poverty post 1991. And day 10 was markets only serve those with money. Okay, I hope something like that. Day 8, 400 million lifted from poverty post 1991. I want something like that to happen again. मैं भूल गई हुआ कैसे था. Okay, so today we put a human face on all of that. Part 1. Let's see. What is poverty? Garibi. Sounds simple, actually complex. Two types of poverty. Absolute poverty. Below minimum threshold needed to survive. Food, shelter, clothing, basic survival needs not met. Basically beggars. World Bank definition. Extreme poverty, living on less than $2.15 per day. मतलब $2.15 is around like 200 rupees, right? उससे भी कम कोई दिन में कमा रहा है. सो डैट्स एक्सट्रीम पॉवर्टी. मुझे लगता है बैगर्स को 10-10 रुपये करके मतलब 20 लोग भी देंगे तो दे हैव इट. सॉरी. Extreme poverty is living on less than this. India has reduced extreme poverty dramatically, but millions still below this line. Oh my god, I was not expecting millions. I was expecting like thousands, maybe, but millions? Really? That's very, very bad. Relative poverty, poor compared to others in the same society. Someone earning 10,000 per month in Mumbai is relatively poor than same person in rural Bihar, who's like relatively comfortable. Relative poverty is about inequality within society, not just survival. Okay. So that person in Bihar is able to survive, but in Mumbai it's much harder. How does India measure poverty? The poverty line. India uses calorie-based plus expenditure approach. Tendulkar Committee 2009. What is this Tendulkar Committee? Sachin Tendulkar ने इसमें क्या किया है? Set poverty line at rural में 816 rupees per month per person. अगर आ रहा है तो that person is below poverty line, and urban में 1000 rupees per month per person. Hugely controversial. Critics said this is insultingly low. Exactly. This is exactly I was thinking, like 1000 रुपये महीना. Literally 1000 रुपये महीना. रुको, मतलब महीने का कितना? 30 दिन के 1000 तो 3 दिन के 100, तो मतलब 30 रुपये का दिन. भाई 30 रुपये में कोई दिन काटेगा भी कैसे? This should be controversial, as it should. The critics said this is insultingly low. It is. मतलब ये change हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? Rangarajan Committee 2014 revised upwards. Thank God. मतलब rural में 972 per month and urban में 1407 per month. अभी भी कम है. अभी भी बहुत 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 कम है. Still controversial but more realistic. मतलब इतने पैसे में कोई ज़िंदा कैसे रह रहा है, मैं नहीं समझ पा रही हूँ. 1408. Should I? 1407 divided by 30. You see 46.9. 50 रुपये में दिन काटना, एक सिंगल मील शायद लो क्वालिटी का आ सकता है आई गेस, मतलब ब्रेड वगैरह. एनीवेज दिस इज स्टिल लाइक very low. The problem with single poverty lines: person earns 101 per month in urban area, officially not poor, gets no government benefits, but 1001 is in city, is barely covers food. Poverty line misses millions of near poor. Exactly. अब इससे मुझे ना सेम चीज़ याद आई. This is controversial, but see, 18 is the legal age, right, for girls to get into the adult industry. मतलब I don't like this. मतलब लड़की 18 साल की होते ही everybody starts to sexualize her and everybody is ready to objectify her and nobody finds it disturbing. What the hell? Like, what the hell? This is so similar to that. Anyways, this is why multi-dimensional poverty measurements was developed. This is why multi-dimensional poverty measurements was developed. Let's see the multi-dimensional poverty index. But मेरा mood थोड़ा ख़राब हो गया already. Part 2 MPI multi-dimensional poverty index. Who created it? UNDP plus Oxford University. What it measures? Poverty across 3 dimensions, 10 indicators. Dimensions are health, education and living standards. Indicator is health में nutrition, child mortality. Okay, not the diseases and all that, not treatment, just nutrition and child mortality. Education is years of schooling or school attendance. Living standards में cooking, fuel, sanitation, water, electricity, housing and assets. ये assets consider कर रहे हैं but not like the treatment in healthcare. Assets हो कैसे सकते हैं किसी poor people के पास? I don't know. Someone is multidimensionally poor if deprived in 1/3 or more of weighted indicators. India's MPI progress 2005 to 6 में 55% Indians were multidimensionally poor. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Maybe because sanitation हर जगह नहीं था, water, electricity अब आई है and nutrition की वजह से भी हो सकता है. But 55% of Indians, oh my god. 2019 to 21, 16.4%, massive reduction. So 415 million people escaped multidimensional poverty in 15 years. Largest poverty reduction in history. Direct exam fact. मतलब सबसे ज़्यादा poverty reduction इंडिया में ही हो रही है क्या? ये अच्छी बात है, बट दिखने में तो अभी इतने ज़्यादा पुअर पीपल होते हैं तो आई कांट इवन पिक्चर कि पहले कैसा होगा हाल. Anyways, part 3, let's see. Inequality. Measuring inequality. Gini coefficient. I hope it's not Gini. It's Gini, right? Gini coefficient. Remember day 5, Gini is 0 is perfect equality, and Gini 1 is one person owns everything. India's Gini is 0.35, moderate but worsening. I'm not able to picture 0.35 in my head. What the hell? I need to picture things in my mind before, like, so that I can understand them better. Oxfam report 2023, shocking facts for essays. Okay, top 1% of Indians on 40% of total wealth. Oh my god, like literally, like top 1% is owning 40% of India. Matlab 40% of Indian wealth. Bottom 50% own just 3% of wealth. Oh my god. That's disturbing. During COVID, Indian billionaire wealth doubled, while 84% of households saw income fall. This is your GDP doesn't capture reality point from day 5. And COVID was probably like fake. It was in like Epstein files, right? Did they do it like for their benefit? Because it is definitely profiting rich people. And why so? I'm not able to understand. Like, what are the internal like mechanics of this? This was really interesting. Come on. Why does inequality matter beyond morality? Okay, so even from pure economics perspective, high inequality hurts growth. High inequality, poor people can't afford education, human capital wasted. Yes, मतलब उन लोगों में से बहुत बड़े बड़े साइंटिस्ट वगैरह निकल सकते थे. Who knows? Poor people are like lot of people I've seen, they're very talented, but they don't have it, like the facilities around them. Poor can't afford education, human capital wasted, poor can't afford healthcare, productivity lost. That's really bad. Poor can't consume, demand stays low, economy slows, rich save more than they spend. Yes, exactly. मतलब rich people कितना ही पैसे खर्च कर लेंगे, मतलब उनकी भी तो लिमिट होती है ना. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल अंबानी है, वो पूरे दिन भी खर्चे करे तब भी वो नहीं स्पेंड कर सकता है इतनी मनी. उन्हें सेव करना ही पड़ेगा, मतलब सेव हो ही जाएगा, उनके पास ऑप्शन ही नहीं है. रिच सेव मोर देन दे स्पेंड. और एक तरफ को लोग इतने परेशान हैं, एक तरफ लोग खर्चे करने के लिए. खैर मतलब छोड़ो यार. दिस इज़ bad. This is very very bad. Rich save more than they spend. Money not circulating. Social unrest, political instability, investment falls. मतलब the only power poor people has is the political power, and I think they should use it. IMF research shows countries with lower inequality grows faster and more sustainably than higher inequality countries. I want to see मतलब ये lower inequality वाली countries कौन सी हैं? I would look into it later. Let's see. Part 4 is government's anti-poverty programs. The big 5 must know. Magnrega whatever. Okay, तो महात्मा गांधी नेशनल रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट गारंटी एक्ट 2005. सो इसमें क्या होता है? गारंटीज 100 days ऑफ वेज एम्प्लॉयमेंट पर ईयर टू एवरी रूरल हाउस होल्ड. मतलब जो गांव होते हैं वहाँ पे 100 days का तो मतलब ये प्रॉमिस किया गया है कि 100 days की एम्प्लॉयमेंट दी जाएगी, वेज एम्प्लॉयमेंट. डिमांड ड्रिवन. गवर्नमेंट मस्ट प्रोवाइड वर्क इफ़ डिमांडेड. वेज इक्वल स्टेट मिनिमम वेज. और अगर वो नहीं दे पाते तब भी उन्हें शायद पैसे देने पड़ते हैं. सो वाई रेवोल्यूशनरी? फर्स्ट, लीगल गारंटी ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट इन इंडिया. वुमेन पार्टिसिपेशन इज़ 57%. ओके, बट आई मतलब उसमें तो ज़्यादातर मजदूर ही होंगे. सो आई डोंट नो हाउ आई फील अबाउट दिस. Massive gender impact, acts as automatic stabilizer. Massive gender acts as automatic stabilizer. Demand rises during drought or crisis. Okay. PDS is public distribution system. Subsidized food grains through ration shops. Post NFSA 2013 to 5 kg rice per or wheat per person at 1 to 3 rupees per kg. Covers 81 crore Indians. What the hell? 81 crore Indians need this. मतलब इंडिया में कितने करोड़ लोग हैं? मतलब 150 करोड़ लोग कुछ. एंड हाफ ऑफ देम need government help for ration. Largest food security program in world, but क्यों why do they need it? और ये कब तक चलने वाला है? Is it even sustainable? Third is Ayushman Bharat PMJAY 5 lakh health insurance per family per year per family या per person, मतलब अगर परिवार में 5 लोग हैं सो 1-1 लाख रुपए per year for bottom 50 crore Indians, 10 crore families. वन थर्ड ऑफ इंडिया इज़ अंडर आयुष्मान भारत. अगर मतलब मेरी पॉपुलेशन की काउंटिंग गलत नहीं है तो 150 करोड़ आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग. कैशलेस ट्रीटमेंट एट empaneled hospitals, world's largest गवर्नमेंट हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस स्कीम. बट ये इंश्योरेंस है तो इसमें देने हैं हम मतलब पैसे नॉर्मल पीपल को या नहीं देने हैं पर मंथ. Anyway, so PM Awas Yojana, Housing for All scheme, subsidized loans, direct grant for house construction, urban plus rural variants. Target is every Indian family has pakka house. तो ये कब तक का टारगेट है? Where is the date? और where is the data कि how much is achieved in what time? Anyways, fifth is Jam Trinity, which is Jandhan, Aadhaar and Mobile. I'm not sure about Jandhan. Jandhan is bank account for every Indian. Okay. What if they don't use it? This changed everything. So Jandhan is bank account for everyone. Aadhaar is unique identity for every Indian. Aadhaar was great. Mobile is digital connectivity. I hope Aadhaar में तो कोई fake नहीं बनवा ही सकता ना. हाँ मतलब फिंगरप्रिंट यूज़ होता है सो आई डोंट नो. मोबाइल इज़ डिजिटल कनेक्टिविटी, मतलब सबके पास मोबाइल. कौन सा स्मार्ट मोबाइल? हाँ टुगेदर डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर्स. ओके सो गवर्नमेंट सेंड मनी डायरेक्टली टू बेनिफिशरीज अकाउंट. ओके सो नो मिडल मैन, नो लीकेज, नो करप्शन. Saved 2.73 lakh crore by eliminating fake beneficiaries. Oh my god, like literally around 3 lakh crore were going to beneficiaries, मतलब potential rich people or middle class people taking up the benefits which are not for them. That's मतलब ये तो चोरी हो गई ना. What the hell? Part 5, let's see why poverty persists despite growth. This is your phase 2 essay gold mine. The vicious cycle of poverty. Let's see. Poor family can't afford good food. Children malnourished can't concentrate in school. Drop out early, low education. I actually once taught a child like that. And yes, they couldn't focus. मतलब मैंने सोचा कि मे बी इट्स IQ, बट नहीं, मे बी इट्स जस्ट malnutrition problem. They drop out early, low education तो low skill jobs तो low income, and low income can't afford good food. साइकिल रिपीट्स फॉर नेक्स्ट जनरेशन. बट इवन वो लोग जो मतलब एजुकेशन पूरी कर लेते हैं 12th तक इन रूरल एरियाज आई एम टॉकिंग, ओके, एंड देन डिग्री भी ले लेते हैं, इवन दोज पीपल स्टे अनएम्प्लॉयड. वर्ड अबाउट दैट. एनीवेज दिस इज कॉल्ड द पॉवर्टी ट्रैप. इधर से तो निकलना है ही. सेल्फ perpetuating cycle that markets cannot break alone. Only external intervention like government, education, nutrition, healthcare breaks the cycle. This is the economic justification for all welfare programs. Hmm. Why growth alone doesn't fix poverty? GDP grows 7%, benefit flows to educated workers, capital owners, and urban population. Bypasses unskilled rural workers, women without property rights. Scheduled caste tribes with discrimination. Also, they don't have properties. SC people and tribal ST people don't have much properties. Or much kya? They don't have any. Informal workers without contracts. Well, some ऐसे people do have, but most of them don't. Informal worker what? Without contracts. India is a country of contracts, as said by Tanmay Bhatt, right? Okay. Trickle down theory. Idea that growth automatically reaches poor. Reality is trickle is very slow and often doesn't reach bottom. Active redistribution needed. Taxes, transfers, public services. This debate equals central to all development economics. What redistribution? What are you talking about? Redistribution kiska? Wealth ka? Like the capital, properties and all that? If so, I'm in. I'm so in. Even if मुझे देनी पड़ दे तब भी. Part 6 is India's progress, the real picture, what's working. Part 6 is India's progress. The real picture, let's see. What's working? Extreme poverty fell from 55% to 12%. Should I accept the stats? Even the stats can be fake. Anyways, let's just assume for now these stats are accurate. Extreme poverty fell from 55% to 12%. Infant mortality fallen dramatically. Yes, that I agree with that. Life expectancy risen from 32 years to 70 years. Oh my god, really? Okay. Literacy from 12% to 77%, but the definition of literacy is just able to read and write. So that's controversial. Just being able to read and write is never enough in nowadays time. MPI poverty, what was it? Like multidimensional poverty, right? So 415 million people escaped in 15 years. That's nice. What's still broken? India ranks 111th on global hunger index. So a lot of people are dying from hunger here. Sleeping hungry. Especially children sleeping hungry. And these... Okay, chodo. 40% of children under 5 are stunted. Oh my god. Malnutrition. 40%. 40% children under 5. I'm not able to digest this. Please. Only 20% women in formal workforce. So 80% are doing like home chores. वो पढ़ लिख के कुछ नहीं कर रही हैं. Obviously, India. SC/ST communities still face systematic discrimination. I've seen it a lot of times. Top 1% owns 40% of wealth. I think this is the root of all the problems. I believe. Like the rich people accumulating this much wealth which they don't even need at all. Interstate inequality massive, like Kerala versus Bihar. मतलब अगर सिर्फ केरला अगर अलग कंट्री होता तो ऑब्वियसली इट वुडंट बी रैंकिंग 111th ऑन ग्लोबल हंगर इंडेक्स. ओके मतलब 40% मैं इमेजिन भी नहीं कर पा रही थी बिकॉज आई लिव इन लाइक हरियाणा गुड़गांव like near Delhi. But Bihar may maybe more children would be like this. Anyways, the paradox you identified on day 5, India is fifth largest economy and home to world's largest number of malnourished children. Both are true simultaneously. Like, are you kidding me? This contradiction is what RBI grade B essays are made of. I'm feeling so bad. Like, I'm feeling really, really bad right now. Three questions, let's see. First, as a farmer in UP earns 800 per month by Tendulkar committee poverty line, he is technically poor. By Rangarajan committee, he is also poor, but government records show him as above poverty line. What problems does this reveal about poverty measurement, and why does it matter practically? I don't know. Was it like a mistake, like a measurement mistake? I really don't know. Why would the government record show him above poverty line? It's definitely a mistake in the documents and like all those stuff, data. It's a mistake in data. Or maybe, how would you know in this informal economy if he's earning 800 or more? That can also be. Hmm. It matters practically because a lot of people who need help would be left out. Anyways, question 2 is MGNRAGA guarantees 100 days of work. Critics say it's digging holes and filling them, creates no real assets, wastes money, obviously, and it is also wasting like human capital. Like, what are you doing with it? Supporters say it's revolutionary or shut up. Using economics, make the case for Magnarega, using what you know about poverty traps, demand, and rural economy. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why are you making them do this shit work just for helping them to survive? Like, this should be government's responsibility. Like, why are you making them work? No productive work it is. Maybe you can make them study or learn a skill and then pay them for learning. It would be better long term. What the hell is this? Digging holes and filling them? That's humiliating and that's disgusting and petty and pathetic. I don't like it at all. Question number 3 is India's top 1% on 40% of wealth during period of 7% GDP growth. A politician says GDP is growing, everyone is benefiting. You are an economist advising the government. So that politician was talking about his friends basically. So you are an economist advising the government. Write a short response explaining why GDP growth alone is insufficient evidence of broad prosperity and what additional measures should be tracked. See, GDP is like the overall production from a country. It doesn't see if that a single person is producing 50% of it or owning 50% of it. It only sees the overall effect. So obviously GDP doesn't like include inequality, and also these politicians are illiterate themselves. These politicians are corrupt, they don't even care. GDP is obviously the insufficient evidence for broad prosperity. What additional measures should be tracked? I think like wealth redistribution should happen. Like, this is controversial, but I hate inequality. If there is one thing I hate in this economy, that's inequality. And obviously the discrimination with women and all that. Additional measures that can be taken are providing employment, or maybe paying them, paying the people for learning, and helping them with nutrition and health treatments. I think that would benefit a lot. Did I say a lot? Speak a lot? How's my English, by the way? I think I'm not good at speaking at all because I don't have practice. This channel is a good way to practice my shit English. I'm good at like understanding. Anyways, I love your passion, or Maganarega, whatever. That anger is valid. So you can sense my anger, AI, okay, and actually leads to the best economic arguments. Yay! Let me grade everything. Question number one was poverty measurement problem. Correct. You found two real reasons: measurement mistake in documents, informal economy, possible to impossible to verify income. Also मुझे ये वाला question का आंसर नहीं समझ आया था. Anyways, both are exactly right. Full picture is three real reasons. Okay, outdated surveys. अच्छा हाँ. BPL list made once every 10 years. Yeah, every 10 years. Come on. Farmer who was above poverty line in 2011 may have fallen below by like 2023 due to crop failure, but records never update. मतलब इसके लिए कोई प्रोसेस नहीं होता है कि अगर मतलब कोई बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन चला गया तो दे कैन गो एंड अप्लाई फॉर डैट. व्हाट अबाउट द बेनिफिशरीज फ्रॉम योर, कि जो मतलब एक्चुअली अबव पॉवर्टी लाइन चली गई है but they are still taking up the benefits, because I have some neighbors around me who are like doing this. फिर भी मुझे याद नहीं आया. Anyways, informal economy, exactly what you said. Nobody knows actual income. Self-reported data equals unreliable. हाँ, so okay, so political manipulation. ये unreliable का तो यही solution है, maybe digital economy. Okay, so third is political manipulation. BPL lists controlled by local politicians, above poverty line families, by political opponents, above poverty line families of political opponents, below poverty line cards given to relatively wealthy supporters. This is documented. And this is disgusting. This is disgusting. Basically, those politicians are benefiting their own people, and they don't give a damn about like actual people who need this. Disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Anyways, why it matters practically: if you're wrongly recorded as above poverty line, no ration card, no subsidized food, no Ayushman Bharat, no free healthcare, no Magnarega priority, no guaranteed work, wrong data equal real hunger, wrong data equal real hunger, real sickness, real death. This is why I jammed Trinity and DABT. What is DBT? That matters. Aadhaar makes it harder to fake, but a lot of people are still faking. I know people from my like neighborhood, especially with the outdated surveys and fake BPL IDs also. Like people make fake BPL IDs. Maybe वो आधार कार्ड से कम हो गया होगा. Anyways, so the Magnarega defense. Your anger, the best economic argument. You said make them learn skills and pay them. Oh हाँ, मतलब मैंने इस तरह से बात की थी ना. Obviously it sensed my anger. I keep on forgetting the things as I say them, guys. Anyways, you said make them learn skills and pay them. That's actually next generation of Magnarega reform being debated right now in policy circles. Wow, thank God. मतलब मुझे ना ये हमेशा से लगता था, even when I was like at school, कि मैं इतनी मेहनत कर रही हूँ, मुझे तो कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहा है. Like it would be really nice, मतलब अगर बच्चों को pocket money मिलने लग जाए पढ़ने के लिए, so even students would like to study more. या मतलब पॉकेट मनी या फिर मतलब डेजर्ट्स और समथिंग. अभी भी तो मतलब बच्चे खाते ही हैं ये सारी चीज़ें, तब एज अ उसे रिवॉर्ड यूज़ किया जाएगा तो इट वुड हेल्प अ लॉट। बच्चे पढ़ेंगे भी और आई थिंक मतलब ये जो जंक फूड है ये कम भी होगा। बट दिस इज़ अ फैंटेसी आइडिया। I would like it to happen someday maybe. It's not gonna happen any soon, but that would be really interesting and that would be really nice. Just imagine a world where like you are studying and when you complete a lecture, a lesson or a chapter, then you get a food delivered to your house, like some snack or something. Isn't that great? Doesn't that sound nice? To me it does. But maybe because I'm a middle class kid, मतलब रिच पीपल्स मतलब उनके पास तो ऑल द टाइम होता है ऑल सॉर्ट्स ऑफ delicacies. Anyways, but at least it would be like motivating for the middle class and the poor people. Anyways, so but here's why even digging holes works economically. The case for Magnarega, even imperfect work. Rural farmer has no work in dry season, no income, can't buy food. Children go hungry, malnutrition, poverty trap begins. Magnarega gives 220 per day for 100 days, so 22,000 per year guaranteed. Family eats, children stay in school. Poverty trap broken at minimum level. Is it even happening? Where is this happening? मतलब जो पुअर पीपल है उनको इस स्कीम के बारे में सबको पता भी है क्या? Anyway, so demand side argument 22,000 given to poor farmers. He spends 100% locally. Poor people spend everything. Obviously, उनके पास बचाने के लिए बचता ही नहीं है. कैसे बचा सकते हैं वो बचा भी लेंगे 30 30 10 10 रुपीज़, तो उससे क्या करेंगे वो? ना उन्हें लिटरेसी या फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी उन्हें नहीं पता. Obviously they spend everything. Local shops earn more, hire more people, rural economy stimulated, fiscal multiplier works. That's nice. This is really nice. So bargaining power argument. Before MGNREGA, farmer desperate for any work. Landlord pays 80 rupees per day below minimum wage. Worker has no choice. Obviously, if they are dying of hunger, तो वो 80 रुपीज़ के लिए भी काम करेंगे, मतलब below the minimum wage. After Magnarega, farmer is guaranteed 220 rupees per day. Alternative, landlord must pay at least 220 to attract workers. Rural wages rose across India after Magnarega. Am I pronouncing it right? Magnarega. Your instinct about skills is correct and is being implemented. New version is Manrega plus Skill India. 100 days work plus skill training simultaneously. You independently suggested active government policy. That was my fantasy as a kid, by the way. Question number 3 is GDP insufficient for prosperity? Excellent question. Your answer was correct. Let me upgrade it to exam level. Your answer, exam version. Honorable Minister, while 7% GDP growth is commendable, GDP measures aggregate output, not its distribution. When top 1% captures 40% of the wealth during this growth period, the median Indian's experience is far removed from the headline numbers. GDP growth is necessary but not sufficient for broad prosperity. I recommend tracking Gini coefficient for inequality trends, MPI for multiple dimensional poverty reduction, real wage growth for bottom 50% of workers, female labor force participation, child malnutrition rate, HDI ranking improvement. True development means growth that reaches the last person, what Gandhiji called the Antyodaya. Udaya. Why is this why here? Antyodaya principle, what economists call inclusive growth, Antyodaya, upliftment of the last person. Gandhi's principle used in government schemes, brilliant essay closer. So, day 11 done. Something important, your anger about inequality, Monrega humiliation, corrupt politician, that's not distraction from the exam, that's your why. The best RBI grade B officers are the ones who memorize the most, they are the ones who actually care about India's economic problems and want to solve them. But I don't think I would be able to solve them with RBI, or would I be? I don't know. I want to, but I don't know. Your passion will come through in phase 2 essays. Examiners can feel it. Okay. New terms unlocked today are the absolute poverty, below survival threshold, basically beggar type situation. Relative poverty is poor compared to the society around you. Okay, so मतलब एक मिनट, मतलब below poverty line people in America are the people who don't have a car. I guess I don't remember, but मतलब उनके पास कार नहीं है तो they are poor. Like come on, that is their like their standard. और हमारा standard like 30 rupees per day, 50 rupees per day, what the hell. MPI is multidimensional poverty index, हेल्थ एजुकेशन और लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड. बट हाँ वो भी है कि मतलब अगर हम स्टैंडर्ड हाई कर देंगे, मतलब एक मतलब एक सही सा जहाँ पे सरवाइव कर सके एक इंसान तमीज़ से, वो स्टैंडर्ड हम सेट कर देंगे तो मोस्ट ऑफ द इंडिया वुड बी पुअर. फिर सरकार किस किस के लिए क्या करेगी. सो उस तरीके से देखें तो मे बी, बट आई गेस ना जो एकदम पुअर है ना उन पे वर्क करना अभी इतना आसान है नहीं. जो थोड़े से अबव डैट एब्सोल्यूट पॉवर्टी है, लाइक विद रिलेटिव पॉवर्टी पीपल, या बिलो या मतलब थोड़े स्लाइटली अबव पॉवर्टी लाइन, लाइक लोअर मिडिल क्लास, पहले उनको हेल्प करना ज़्यादा आसान है बिकॉज दे आर ऑलरेडी वर्किंग ऑन देमसेल्व्स. आई एम लाइक ओनली गिविंग माई ओपिनियन which I have right now. Anyways, so poverty trap is self-perpetuating cycle. Poor stay poor. Trickle down is growth automatically reaches poor, largely myth. Antyodaya is the upliftment of the last person. Gandhi's principle. DBT is direct benefit transfer, money directly to beneficiary. Gini coefficient. I'm sorry. So Gini coefficient is an equality measure from 0 to 1, and day 11 done. Tomorrow day 12 we are going to see agriculture and rural economy, where 45% of Indians live and work. 45% of Indians live and work in agriculture. Okay, why it contributes only 15% of GDP? Because obviously farming doesn't produce so much, like so much value. It's like survival food. The farm crisis, MSP debates, farmers' suicides, the economics behind India's most emotional policy debate. What is India's most emotional policy debate? Okay, let's see it tomorrow. Bye bye for now. It's